Gentlemen, we have a problem. The Splatfest has hit the midway point. Well, it hit 2 hours ago, but I was not home 2 hours ago. Turn off the alarm. Alright, we get the point. Alright. But yes, we have hit the midway point, which means the Tricolor Splatfest is now on. But there's just a little snag of who's currently in the lead. Get it? Snag off. Deep cut. And for the halftime reports, it's maybe not what you would expect. It's not what I expected. Somehow those fun fellas are in the lead. I mean, above Grub. I figured if anyone was winning above us, it'd be Grub, but no, somehow Fun is in the lead, and by less than 0.5%. Of course, if you recall me talking about in the last stream, this is part of the plan. This was all part of my plan. Oh, Hammerhead Bridge is the tricolor this time. How's that gonna work? Because last time was, it wasn't, no, I forget what the name was. It wasn't Sturgeon Shipyard. But the map from last time, this is not. I could just get like a... Yeah, this map. This was what it was last time. I forgot the name of it. Oh, excuse me. And now we run into the problem of its Hammerhead Bridge, which is not as... It's a little more linear. It's a little less wide. I'm wondering how that's going to balance out. Maybe they'll spread the winning team a little more out. Because last time it kind of seemed like the winning team really kind of got screwed over by Tricolor Splatfest. So let's see if it happens this time. If anything, this is the exact kind of push we need for Gear to win. And so we are just going to go into one regular Splatfest just so we can get a little used to things because we're a little different from last time. Not only do we have the Dapple Dualies, which is going to be more of a support weapon, we're rocking our Howdy hat, which we earned, and I'm actually using the Pro Controller this time. We're not using Joy-Cons. We are running back on the Splatoon 3 Pro Controller. So this is going to get interesting. Don't do it. Okay. I'm glad we didn't immediately get thrown into a ×10 or whatever. Also, we didn't see any for this time. I don't know what causes the sparkles. Oh, the sensitivity. I don't know about... I know I said I'd change it last time and I never did. I might need to raise it a little bit. Well, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Alright, gotta get up to the fellas. We gotta get them some refreshments. Not like that. Okay, just show it there. In fact, I should probably also place a beacon right there. A little bit of support. Some splats here or there would be nice, but I am mainly going as a support. We've got the beacons, we've got Tacticooler, so it's just a matter of, jumping in there and getting immediately crabbed. But hey, look at that. We've got our little beacon there, except I'm not going to use it because we need to start splatting some stuff. And our team's destroying enough. There we go. You gotta get it eventually. Plus, I mean, inking turf's how we get our specials, how we get the tactic coolers, and that's a big help to the team. And also, you know, kind of the name of the mode. We need turf. You stop that. Oh, no. Okay. Whoa! I didn't see it was there. Getting pushed back a little, and their ink coverage is a lot better on their base. Yeah, for someone who's trying to be a support, I'm not really using a lot of tactic coolers. The beacon, I mean, the beacon's still there. I guess they're just not using it. Don't need it, really. I mean, look at that. We're about to get a wipeout. I'm gonna hit him with this. Jeez. Oh, look at that. Instant. That's the power of soda. Which I don't have this time, but I am being caffeine boosted. I actually got a coffee with caffeine in it. No decaf for me. Not today. The stakes are too high. And by God, if we get into a times 100, and I'm not rolling with it, and I'm losing from lack of caffeine, because, I'm a little bit sleep deprived, more than I wanted to be, because, you see, I thought I worked in the evening today. I did not. I worked in the morning. One splat. Please, one splat. It wasn't even mine. I don't think I splatted a single man. Not that I was trying to, until the end there, but still. Sad to see. But the support seemed to work. But yeah, it was really awkward. I stayed up till like 4, as I usually do. And then right before I'm about to go to bed, or go to sleep, because I was already in bed for a bit, go to sleep, I'm like, I should double check my schedule, just to be safe. Just to make sure I'm not waking up at 12 with several missed calls being like, hey, where are you? And sure enough, 10 o'clock. I had to get there at 10 o'clock. So yeah, not fun in the sleep sense, but hey. Alright, let's throw in a conch. Wait, what ticket was that for? Not sure. Oh well. I could go to the general store. But I also need money. So that's an important thing. We also need to be grinding for money. Alright, let's do tricolor. Oh, wait. Wait, what's the difference with pro? Oh, wait, I think you need to, like, actually do a times 10 in order to get this first. So we could do that. Well, let's... I mean, we're here for the tricolor, so let's do as many tricolors as we can. I meant to up my... sensitivity. Whatever. On the bright side, it was a very slow day for a Saturday. Like, unusually slow. Which I don't mind. Especially... Well, actually, it's been mostly slow, just because where I work, it's mostly busy in the summer, and now that school's back in session, it's a lot slower. I don't mind the slow work day. I kind of like it, in fact. But it does kind of make the day drag on a little more. You know, I just realized, if we're going to be doing tricolor, and there's only got to be one other member of our team there, should I really be playing a support thing like this? Especially with my lack of abilities, because I have the Howdy hat. I did also hear it was a good idea to when you max out your abilities on the shirt to scrub them, just because then you can just keep doing it since you have the double ability multiplier. You can just keep scrubbing that and... Oh no, it's him. Wait a minute. Oh, this isn't even a tricolor. I don't like that it does that. I mean, I'm glad it's keeping the momentum of matches going, but it's like, if I want a tricolor, I want to go for a tricolor. Especially because if I have a loadout specifically for one or the other, and I get put in the other when I didn't want to, I can get... I mean, it ended up working out, because I didn't know if this loadout was going to be good for tricolor. But still. Oh, this is such a bad spot to be in. Here, I'm gonna just... Surely I can get one splat. Nope. Okay, finally, we got one. You will not escape. Oh, right, I have the thing. I was about to, because I was thinking I should be throwing some subs, but I can't because I don't have offensive ones. Which is not necessarily a problem. Maybe in this case. Whoa! Yeah, that felt a little awkward to do with Pro Controller. Oh man, they got my thing. Oh, cool. He wasn't even intending to do that. It was just bad luck on my part. I don't think that's sinkable, but yeah. If I can get the variant below it. That wasn't supposed to... Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Nice. Really should just be splatting more so I can get the tactic cooler. There we go. Alright, fellas. Get in on this action. Refreshing. Oh, I didn't know that was something you could get. That's very nice. Hey. Oh! Oh, that was so good. Give me more. Give me more! Oh, that was delicious. Tangs? Okay. I mean, granted, it's because I was getting team. I had help with the team, but still, it felt good. I mean, I do have some good abilities going, but I could put them on other things. So I'm gonna scrub that Splatfest tea real quick, and also maybe I'll stick with the Dapple Dualies for one tricolor, see how it is. I do like this weapon though enough. I say as I had one good round with it. But no, I do like the assist. It lets me focus a little more on, I guess, positioning myself and trying to help the team more than just trying to solo. Which is what I tend to do in shooters. What was I doing? I forgot what I was doing. Scrubbing, right. Yeah, scrubbing. I'm fine. All right, let's grab this tea. Lots of abilities, but hey, we get some chunks. Put on other abilities. Oh, that's right. It cost money. I forgot about that. Oh well. One more match and we should have enough for the roulette, the melee trophy machine. It's a capsule machine, but I'm sorry. It just looks like the thing to me. Speaking of that, the melee trophy machine. Let me pull up a picture of it. There we go. Very small picture of it. Yeah, just use the... What is this? What am I saying? Oh, it's just Google. Redirect notice. Just image and then like... Do that? There we go. It cropped like shit. There we go. Aha. Beautiful. But yeah, this thing. I don't know why, but like, this thing right here, like, something about it, it always made it look like a clown face to me. Which this doesn't. This just looks like a capsule machine. Damn it. But, you know, because it's a similar machine, it makes me think of the thing from Melee, which makes me think of, like, a clown face. Or I guess also a clown face. So, some sort of, like, weird face like that. Kind of like the weird dude from Kirby Star Allies, Highness. Now I'm gonna get a picture of his face. His ugly mug. I like how the first result I get for him isn't even him, it's Highness Plush. But like, you can't... Listen. Listen here. I'm on to something. It just, like, the eyes, it just looks... I mean, maybe I'm just crazy, but something about these specifically give me similar vibe. They look similar to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going off. Finally, okay. It's not even gonna be tricolor. Just you watch. Come on. I'm with a 4 win streak. Yeah, I don't know what the I don't know what the sparkle. I think it's maybe just a win streak thing. No, because they have it. I don't know what it is. And the thing I was thinking of when it was like, after you went a times 10, it wasn't times 10, it was times 100. There was that fish-eating nameplate you saw, which we didn't see a single one of last time. So, you know, seeing some of those is nice. Oh, refreshments. Well, isn't that wonderful? That's, well, it can still work out. Definitely gotta pop that there. Also, I found out how the ink rain works. Apparently, it's like, it's damage over time. You're not getting hit by the rain itself. It's just kind of an area you get dealt damage in. Almost. And I'm not sure if I like that or not. I'd rather it look like I'm actually getting hit by rain rather than just like a damage counter going up. Well done, team. But also, I get it from like a gameplay standpoint. Jeez. No wonder I came into a 4 win streak team. I've heard some complaints about balance about the Splatfest, actually. Actually, specifically from, like, my team. From Team Gear. I've been seeing some people say... Or I guess most of the people... I guess here's the problem. Most of the complaints I've been seeing have been coming from Reddit. Big shock. Nice. But yeah, I've just been hearing some things about people always getting on a losing team or whatever, or that kind of thing. And I mean, to be fair, we've kind of been rolling lately. I mean, I feel like I've been generally on the better side of things. But I also felt like I've had a decent amount of close matches. I mean, honestly, I feel like I've been having more balancing issues just in regular turf war outside of Splatfests rather than during them. Ooh, the movement. Oh! Yeah, that's the thing about the Ink Storm. It's not like something where it's just like, it damages you over time up into a certain threshold and then you can get like one shot. No, it will take you out. You know, considering how we were wiping them out, that ended up being more closer than I thought. Oh, no wonder we won. Look at our team. Catalog maxers. I'm the only one not dabbing, but I am still very fresh. I mean, look at my cowboy hat. I'm the rootinest tootinest. And that's what's important. Now look, they're great and all, but we're here for tricolor. We are here for tricolor. What's it? Oh, wait a minute. What level am I? Oh, right. Apparently you get a new locker at 15. Look at that. It's taller than it used to be. Well, well, well. You're looking fresher than ever. And that means a bigger locker. You can display more decorations now, and you can even change the way your locker looks. Stop by Hell Atlantis to see all your options. Can't wait to see what you do with the place. Kinda wish they gave it to me earlier, but whatever. So I guess I'll mess with it. Maybe I'll mess with that later in the stream, but I'll definitely have to do more with that later. But again, we're here for tricolor. Where are the tricolor matches? Where are the video games? Look, we might be on the Switch right now, but I ain't playing games. That's Turf War for a reason. And also, I just wanted to see how it works. Okay, that was decently fast enough. This has to be tricolor, right? Okay, great, finally. I got so terrified. I forgot that's the animation for it. I thought it was a times 10 again. Oh, snap. Luck equals skill. Luck better than skill. I agree. That's the basis of most of my TF2 gameplay. Yeah, this is not good, because I have the support for the dualies, the Dapple dualies, and then we have a sniper. I guess it kind of works. We got a massive long range, massive short range. But still. Jumped right into him. Yep. I'm gonna blame the Pro Controller on that one, because I was not feeling the aim there. I felt like I needed to twist in certain directions, and I wasn't able to do that. I'm just gonna pop you there. I feel like that's the way to go. Oh! I hate when that happens. Sometimes it feels like you can just easily... Oh, no. You can easily get snagged on... There we go. And we still have the beacon there, so my friend can jump there and I can jump to him. Except he's not. I just walked into that. That was dumb. You know, I just realized we Yeah, that can still happen. True. True, true, true. We should be inking turf, though. That's definitely an important thing, because look at the percentages. Either we're doing a shit job, or they rebalanced it pretty well. Which is a bad thing, considering they're in the lead. So I'm just gonna do my best and try to actually cover some ground here. I also found out what the Ultra Signal did. It, like... Hold on. I'm hyper-focused. Almost. But yeah, apparently it's like... When you get it, I think you have to get two... Or it, like, does like an ink storm to one area of the map somewhere. It's something like that. Sun. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Yeah, that one definitely felt more on Team Fun side. So, the Ultra Signal is a good thing to get, but it's not necessary. I think with the last one and having it be on sort of this hill area, it was easier for us to get. Maybe now that it's like a flat area, it's going to be harder. And maybe that's the balance. Where on that specific map for Tricolor, it was definitely less in favor of the defending team. And now it's a little better for them. Maybe. And it's only the first one. Maybe they were just a really good team. I do want to do more Tricolor. So... Oh, but we do have enough money, so let's do that first. I do like the Dabble Dualies. I will say, I think this is definitely a weapon I'm going to be using a decent amount. But if we're going to be doing Tricolor, I'm going to swap to another weapon. Just because if there's only going to be 2 people on our side, I definitely want some range. Even though I do think I was doing fine with these. Like, I do like these. I want to use more, and the support's good. Just... Can I, like... There we go. That felt weird. That felt like I shouldn't have seen that. Oh well. But yeah, for regular Turf War, if I do some more, I'll go back to Dually, but for now, I think I should swap to a new weapon. Bright blue avocado roll. Yeah, sure. Why not? Just call me that. Menus. So, let's see what we get for this new catalog level. I guess Barry had something he wanted to say to you? He's the owner of the shop, obviously. Anyway, he said you were really fresh or something. Then he did, like, a weird dance that's supposed to mean something? I don't know. I think he's looking for more stuff to sell you. Yeah, you took it. I'd need that. I don't already have a ton. Sea Snowman. Love. I love it. The little mountain thing. See, now that I am broke, all the good stuff's showing up. Damn it. And that's not even, I haven't even looked at the shops. Let me do that first. I don't know if I unlocked new weapons. I don't think I did. Tinted shades. I already have those. Oh, that's not too bad. I'm still waiting for the default shirt to come back so I can get the third ability slot on it. That's the only thing I need left for, It's the only slot I need left so I can have just like a full ability slot selection for the default clothes. Because I actually really like the default outfit for this game. Alright, should be all good to go. The fellas are still absent, but that's fine. We need to figure out something. I guess it's not so good if I'm getting abilities during tricolor, but whatever. Sub-resistance, okay. So splat dualies wouldn't be too bad, just because, I mean, yeah, the range, but it would be good to have the crab. Because Tacticooler is good, but when there's only two of us, I feel like the effect is not quite as strong. But with the crab and a little more offense and having the range, I think that's probably good to have. Plus I still have my good close range ability. N-Zap, again, Tacticooler, whatever. Dually Squeakers, more like it. Dually Squelchers would not be a bad option. It's got the range. The Wave Breaker would be good to have. It's called a Wave Breaker, right? Yeah. That'd be decent to have. Splatana Stamper, I want to try this weapon out because I got it because I knew I would like it. But one, I'm not too sure about the Splatanas for this, and two, Zipcaster's decent. But again, this isn't really like more of a vertical map. I feel like this is gonna be more for wide. I feel like Crab would be better for this than Zipcaster. I mean, even the stamp. The stamp is decent sometimes. It can be really good sometimes, but I feel like for a map that's this open, it's gonna get easy to get sniped. Ink Strike would be solid. Splatbrella. I might want to do Splatbrella. This would just be good for some defensive options. I haven't even really used the Splatbrella too much. And then the Hero Shot. I'm thinking Splatbrella and Hero Shot are what I'm going to be trying to use. Maybe Splatter Shot, but I kind of like the Hero Shot a little. Oh, it's the same damn thing. Well, yeah, I'll just use the Hero Shot because it looks cooler. I might go back to dualies. I might try that out. Ooh, actually, Splatter Shot Pro. The only problem with that is the Splatter Shot Pro is not very good for inking turf. It's good for getting splats, and angle shooter is definitely helpful, so is Crab Tank. And actually, specifically for Hammerhead Bridge, I do really like using the angle shooter. I'm just not quite sure this is going to be what I want, just because I do need to ink turf. And it's not very, and yeah, just the ink capacity, especially with the abilities I have, probably not. We can try it, but for now, I think, I mean, Hero Shot's probably just a safe bet, but I kind of want to try Splatbrella. Something a little fun, you know? Because everyone uses, like, the basic Hero Shot, whatever, just because it's a good weapon, but Splatbrella, now that's a little more unique and fun. And more likely to get me losses. Okay, and before we actually go do that, let's go ahead and... Yeah, I'm just not a huge... In some ways, I like the gyro more, but in other ways, not quite. I'll see it at a nice 0. How about a 1? I'm gonna compromise with a 0.5. I think that'll be good. And I'm wondering if that just saves my settings entirely or just for this controller. I do like the umbrella though. I never used it too much in online matches, but I do like it for single player just because, I mean, I do like me a shotgun in a shooter campaign. But online, not quite as much. The gears are spinning. The gears are falling into place. Yeah, that's kind of one thing I'm worried about with, like, range and being able to hit people. But if I get close enough... I don't think this can even one-shot. No. But that's fine. And we have the umbrella, so we have some defensive capabilities. We'll see how this goes. And of course, I don't even get the tricolor turf war. Of course not. You know, come to think of it, I haven't really been seeing people play Brella. Is it like... Because I don't really know too much about the Splatoon meta as a whole. Is Brella considered bad? I bet it is. But that's fine. Because that's not going to stop me. Bro. If things not being meta would stop me, Oh, I'm surprised I didn't mention this before. The purple and green colors. I don't know why. It reminds. I don't know why I didn't say this before, but it reminds me of Evangelion. Just like the, you know, purple, green, kind of like the Ava 1. Don't know why I didn't think of that. It's like the exact colors. My voice is still squeaking. Look, my throat's been a little rough. It's starting to get cold. Wait, what's my sub again? Sprinkler. Oh, that's actually pretty good for this. Oh, almost. And I was complaining about the Splatshot Pro not having enough ink capacity. What did I do? Oh, was it the sprinkler? I was about to say, did the umbrella get them? I didn't think it was that good. Just gonna get myself some agency here. Nice. I guess one thing I'm worried about for umbrella and using them in the tricolor is that it does feel a little more of a support weapon. I mean, look at that use. But that worked mainly because I had a good teammate. I'm not always going to be with my teammate, so maybe it's better to have it, like... Maybe I should just go to Squelchers, I don't know. We're not going to get clutched, right? Oh my god. It's him, the final gamer. Loser, the loser himself. Incredible. The people you find. Did you guys see that one post about, someone ran into 3 Inklings who were just all the same, all called Obama? And then, ooh, conch. I'm pretty sure the ruler tag, or the gear ruler, team ruler, is the max this time. So it's good to get that. But yeah, let's maybe get a tricolor. I'm not getting a lot of tricolor Splatfest. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, it happened every now and again last time, but maybe it's because I was on Team Paper and it was a very unpopular team, but it felt like I would usually be able to get into tricolor matches, but this time, we've gotten one. We've queued up for it 3 times, and only one of them was actually tricolor. Or I think it was, maybe it was 4 times I've tried to queue up. I didn't know. I should probably swap back to my old locker, because it's nice having more size, but I mean, you look into it, and it's just like... Wait a minute. Does the bigger locker even make sense? You don't have like a stool or anything. You can't, how are you gonna... How does a normal character reach that high? And once again, no tricolor. Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay, booyah. You alright? Alright. Oh, hell. You're not getting up here. Oh, no. Okay, gotta get a little more of spawn. I don't know what I was thinking going right in front of a roller. And maybe that's why... I don't know. Because with shotguns, I'm usually thinking, okay, I can just walk up to someone and one-shot them, but you can't. In my humble gamer opinion. And maybe this is why I like it for campaign, but not really as much turf war. If you can't one-shot with a weapon, I mean, if you can't one-shot with a shotgun, it's not that good. Like, playing through the Halo games last year was weird, because the shotgun was, like, generally my weapon of choice. It's like, for most of the games, I was just running shotgun pistol. It worked. I liked it. But and then Halo Infinite comes out. And don't get me wrong, look. Now, Halo Infinite, of course, has plenty of problems. But in terms of the single-player experience, I thought it was very enjoyable. Just like for someone who doesn't play a lot of multiplayer, usually just sticks around for the campaign. In that case, I really liked it. But also, like, it could have been better. All of it could have been better. Finally, I got one. Not having any split-screen co-op is ridiculous. Oh. What a terrible time to run out of ink. And, you know, all that. But the single-player campaign was very fun. The problem is, what happened to the shotgun? It's like, even in Halo, even in Halo 5, you've got a good shotgun weapon. All the games had it up to this point. And now suddenly, this is the one where they're like, yeah, let's change it. Let's make it not good. And I mean, you know, I think it's called the Bulldog or something. It's fine. And the campaign, I still got a lot of use out of it just because I like the mechanics of it in that, just the mechanic of a shotgun in a shooter. But for what it is, it just doesn't feel, especially when there are like other better choices for similar things. It's weird. I just want one tricolor battle where I can use the Brella, and then I'll switch off it. Is that too much to ask? But yeah, I do love me a good shotgun in a game. I think that's definitely key to me enjoying myself with certain campaigns. I recently played the Titanfall 2 campaign for the first time. Good shit, but... And there's some solid weapons in that game, but I mostly just stuck to a shotgun when I could. I think there were 2 of them. I think there was a semi-auto shotgun, but I stuck with just the classic kind. It's just fun. It's just fun getting up in people's faces and just blowing them up. Especially because typically it would do a lot of damage. It's turf war again. I do think it's wild that the shotgun-esque weapon of this game. I think maybe there's a variant of it that can. But this one specifically, just the basic one, can't one-shot. Yet, there are weapons in this game, close-range weapons, that can. And it's like, I'm not asking, you know, make it a super strong weapon that can destroy things at most ranges. I'm just saying, you know, if I hit someone point blank, it should one-shot them. And, you know, you got the shield and all that to try and help balance it, but I don't know, man. It's just like most of the rollers can one-shot, but the shotgun weapon can't. Nice. No. He fell. That's what we call pressure, boys. Yeah, that'll be good. Ooh. It's like he was trying to aim directly at me. Get behind me. Get behind me, fellas. Look at him go. Oh, wow. Look at this turf. It's so bad. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. And now our team's getting wiped. And it doesn't help that they inked their turf a lot better than we did. Yeah, we're getting rolled now. This is bad. So I'll tell you what, I'm doing what I need to. Oh. Oh, wow, the shield actually protects from that? Okay. I didn't think that would work. It's probably at this point just better to ink their turf. Or get their turf off of ours. Gotta get enough for Ink Strike. I don't know how he didn't get hit by that. I think they just clutched that at the end. Maybe. No. No. Close, but no. I think the tent umbrella definitely has its uses, but if I wanted to use it, I definitely still need to practice with it more. I do like it, though. I do still like it. Son of a... The stupid stick hit back. I went for nope, and then it just flicked back. Dang it. And now I'm the only one here. And I still can't leave, for some reason. It just doesn't let me. It keeps me in the queue. And I don't even know if it's trying to queue for No, it's still trying to queue for tricolor. Okay, maybe this will work out. I was about to switch off because at this point I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to be good for tricolor. But hey, if it actually wants to give me a goddamn tricolor match, I'd be fine with that. I'd just be happy to try one out again. I mean, part of the reason I did this second half of the stream was to do tricolor turf wars. And we've gotten one. I mean, it can two-shot at least. It can somewhat-ish reliably two-shot, kind of, at, like, close to mid-range-ish, but... Please. I'm begging you. I do think it'd be interesting to count how many people have actually been using the Brello. It is probably not so much good for Splat Zones, or a Turf War, just because of the low ink count, and not being very good at actually inking turf. Oh, you... My aim is so terrible, isn't it? It's not even that I can blame the controller, it's just been bad. Yep, just go on the clear, where you can't ink any of our turf. And now I can do this too. Don't ask me how I did that. It was almost a good play, but I wasn't able to follow up on it. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. No, 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 no. Fellas, I'm glad we're pushing, but come on. I'm the man with the Brella. I shouldn't be splatting because look at this. And then look at my ink tank. This is pathetic. It probably is just because it's not good for turf coverage and just with the capacity. But it's such a cool weapon. But it's so inefficient for this mode specifically. Well, way to go, boys. I just get this sinking feeling that even though we've wiped them out twice in a row, like this, and there's a half a minute left on the clock, we're still going to lose. It's a very odd sinking feeling. Can I get one splat? Look, I'm glad to get the assist, but I need something to boost my morale, because I know I can... Something, please. Just, okay, one. Boost my morale, I say, as we're winning. That was a certified teammate moment. I mean, yeah, a lot of assists. That's good. That's what it means to be a fun world champ. Wait, like 7 assists or 7 splats? And hey, another run speed, that's pretty cool. No, no, I'm determined to get this damn tricolor match with Umbrella. Just one. A singular match in tricolor with the Umbrella. Just one. One. That's all I'm asking for. I just want to go in, like the cowboy I am, pulling up, bam. I just want to do this. I wonder how far this can go. Aw, breaks. Okay, it's taken more than half a minute. I get the feeling it's gonna be another turf war. If only there was like a little small arcade minigame we could play while we wait for this. You know, maybe something involving jumping. That'd be cool. Alright, who's ready for turf war? Look, I like the turf war, it's a fun mode, but please, just... I mean, at this point, I have to assume that Team Gear is the most popular one, and that we're gonna win popularity, because I've gotten one. I have queued up for almost every single match for the past near hour, 50 minutes or so. Almost every single match I've tried to get tricolor refreshments, and it's just not happening. Oh. You know what? I'm fine with this. First real connection issue during a match, though. Outside, I mean, in terms of that one that canceled the match. Well, well, I guess because there was a ×10 battle where someone disconnected on the other team and they still called it, or they didn't call it, rather. So that was weird. But then they still were like, yeah, one or more players disconnected for this one, so we're gonna cancel it. Feels a little inconsistent. I don't know. I'm still shocked, but like, I'm still shocked that somehow Splatoon 1 was able to give me the least amount of connection issues. There was definitely some lag, I felt, in the first game. I mean, and it's still Nintendo Online, what can you expect? But outside of, you know, a little bit of a shaky connection here or there, a bit of laggy shots, or splats or whatever, otherwise it was usually really solid. And then Splatoon 2 comes around, you think it would be better, but no, it was worse. And then this game, it's apparently the same damn thing. Oh no! Fellas, it's been nice knowing you. They're gonna roast me for this one. Oh no, not this. Actually, I mean, I've been having generally good luck on this map, I think. Whoop. Just trying to get up the ink strike. Alright, so far so good. Come on, fella. This is my first times 100 match, by the way. Oh my gosh. I almost tanked 2 of those. I would have been super proud of myself. It had to happen when I'm trying to look for a tricolor match with Umbrella. That I get my first times 100 match. But that's how the squid crumbles. I should be doing like... Yeah, there we go. Ooh! A nice one. Alright, I feel like... Yeah, okay, we're doing pretty solid. We're doing solid. Just keep it up. Don't stray too far away from the team. Nice. Anything can go wrong. I'm trying to keep up. I'm just staying back, making sure no one slips through the cracks. They haven't gotten my sprinkler once. I'm shocked, honestly. Crap, crap, crap! That was close as hell. Ran out of ink again. I think we've got this. Yeah, this seems like a pretty hard roll, actually. And I somehow still end up missing the last spot. But hey! We did it. Oh, that was making me sweat. And honestly, I wasn't even doing all that much. But hey! First times 100 battle, and we actually ended up taking it. At the very least, I felt like a decent support. Because apparently that's all I'm good for in this game right now. So hey, 2 times 10 and a times 100. I feel like we're doing good for the team. So if we lose, for once, it's not my fault. And now that that's happened, we have the buffer. If we lose with 1, we still have a net positive. This is just the conch. Bright blue world. Fun avocado roll. That's not me. That's not my name. Let me see what I got for the catalog level. I need to just calm down a little bit because that was definitely giving me a bit of anxiety. A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. Oh, okay. Or a tasty drink. Yellow locker. I mean, I like the one I have now. Enough. Did I want any of the clothes? Oh, wait. Some Nikes. Okay. I say Nike. Dude, I know nothing about shoes. And shoe culture is like a huge thing. I'm not gonna knock it, you know? Oh no, I forgot. Sheldon. But yeah, it's kind of weird because at my apartment, there's a rack for shoes and it's like pretty much filled, which works for me because I only ever bring 1 pair of shoes there. What was it that I unlocked again? Oh, Jet Squelcher. That could be good. That would probably be really good for tricolor. I'll think about it. But we need to actually get into some damn tricolor matches first. And not a times 100 battle. Go off. But yeah, it's weird because I only live with 3 other people. I mean, someone brings their girlfriend over every now and again, but you know, it's just like 3 people, and it's like enough to be like a McDonald's shoe rack. So like a decent amount of people, and that thing is filled. It's like, I get it, shoe collection, but it's like, come on. I'm not even sure it's a shoe collection. Maybe it's like a modest thing. I mean, I'm not like a 1 pair of shoe kind of guy. Like having to, as long as I I've got my work shoes, I've got more outdoorsy shoes, I've got like, you know, the hiking shoes. And I also have a bit more casual shoe, which I would be wearing right now. Or not now, but around campus and stuff. Except the shoelaces, after 5 years, have finally worn out, so I need to get new ones. Could also get new shoes, but the shoes are still good-ish. I probably should be getting new shoes around now, considering, again, I've been wearing my current pair for almost 5 years at this point. They're definitely worn. Although I've kind of been like just liking wearing my hiking shoes. Might just stick with those. Look at this. Oh, I got the badge. Now that we've won times 100, I get the badge. Hell yeah. And now everyone's gonna expect more of me. But I am but a Splatbrella user. And look, they have a Brella user. It's the Tentabrella, or the bigger one. The meme one, from what I consume, from what I've heard. I mean, the Brella itself is just kind of a meme. I don't know what I expected. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Very nice. Good prank, boys. So yeah, I generally, the results have been pretty good for me and my team from what I've been playing. Which again is a very weird contrast, because usually that could have went better. Because like I was saying earlier, in just some casual turf war matches I've been playing, I've been having bad luck. But somehow in the Splatfest it's actually been pretty good. No. Oh. So it's weird. It's just weird to me when I see posts from my team gear, being like the matchmaking is awful. Which, yeah, the matchmaking. I mean, if anything, I have been seeing rolls. It's just I've been on the better end of that. It's just kind of a shooter thing, though, too. Because I've definitely had nights of TF2 where I'm always getting rolled or always rolling the other team. And it's never really fun on either side. Oh, that didn't even work. I will say I do like the Sprinkler more than I thought. I think Sprinkler and Tentabrella are a pretty good combination. Oh, he was calling for his... Okay. He was calling for his teammate. I thought he was trying to be friendly. I showed a bit of mercy and look what happened. Mercy? After you scrub all the gear in Inkopolis, then we'll talk about mercy. Clean. More ink resistance, that's good. I think I had 2 from last time, so getting those scrubbed will be nice. Ah, he's back. Maybe we can get around him. Hopefully. Oh, it drink. That's what the tickets were for. Oh, okay, so I can only have the one. Okay. Let's keep that then. I'd rather spread the EXP share love than try to drum up more of my own thing, you know? Especially because having better abilities is nice, but I'm more as long as I have decent enough abilities that help me and I look good, that's what's important. That's why I'm wearing the hat. That's kind of the double-edged sword with having games where you wear the stuff that changes your abilities. Because there are some RPGs where they have all these different gears and maybe even descriptions for them, but they don't actually show up on the character. But then there's some where they do. So it's like, sometimes you only have to focus on the stats. We're never getting tricolor again. Tricolor is a myth. And on the one hand, it's kind of nice because you don't have to really worry about that. And so long as the main character designs are good, oh well. But then say... And for some games, it's fine, because some games allow you to equip whatever you want. Or, like, equip things stat-wise, but then just swap other, like... I'm focusing. I need to... Okay, that was actually... It took a while for that to show up. I'm so out of focus right now. There are some games... Oh, that was fast. Wow. I'm coming in. As I was trying to say, there are some games... Oh, wow. That you can equip things for stats, but you can still equip what you like cosmetically. Some MMOs allow you to do this. And some in kind of scummy ways where you gotta, like, grind for stuff and just spend way too much time just to get the gear you like. Never was too a fan of that. Some games just let you do that automatically. I'm trying to think. I know there was... Oh, nice. I got that. There was, like, a recent example. But the worst of it is when you have a game where you didn't need that. You have to equip, you can't just equip stuff for cosmetics, you have to do it for stats. So it's like, yeah, you could look cool, but you gotta get rolled. Or you could wear like the best gear in the game, but you're gonna look like a clown. Maybe even literally. I don't know what he expected. Oh! This might not be a good end. Then again, we've inked our turf better than them. And they just had 2 people splatted, so let's just go ahead and do this real quick. I get the feeling we lost that one just at the end. Oh well. Nope. Close one, close one. But yeah, I'm not doing too hot with the umbrella. Kinda feel like I'm just here. I'm along for the ride. But like I said, we're not stopping until we get at least one tricolor. I've been searching for a tricolor match with this weapon for almost an hour. Can you believe it? I got one with the Dapple Dualies and that was it. I just want to try out using like the hero shot or something. I need to be aiming like that. And there are, you know, sometimes special cases with the gear thing. Where, usually, if you equip, equipment won't change the actual character. But sometimes, if you got, like, the full set of something, maybe it'll actually make a cosmetic change, or only specific gear things. Certain equipment. He's gonna walk up here. Refreshments. That's a lovely argument. However, okay, he just wiped out like 3 of us. That's not good. I mean, okay, yeah, sometimes the umbrella's nice. No. Oh! And then I just get one-shotted anyway by a blaster. Let's try to at least get one more ink strike before the round. Winning would be good too, but baby steps, one at a time. We have to be realistic with our goals. I don't know how he didn't hit me there. That was weird. Nice. Oh, perfect. And refreshments. Gonna get some refreshments. Gonna get my ink strike. I hope. There we go. Go, Brella, go. Again, it's wild I'm hearing that Team Gear is getting rolled, because we've kind of been on a streak. Or, well, not a streak, exactly, but we've been getting mostly wins. And trust me, it's not because of me. Man, I remember when I used to think I was good at this game. It was like, what, 2 weeks ago? I got my freshness rating up before I even got... Okay. Just driving the point home. No. I mean, theoretically, it's still tricolor, I think. But still, like, I'm the only one here. Just let me press, like, minus to leave. I'm getting a little more used to the umbrella, though. I'm liking it more. It does have its place. And that place, I don't believe, is generally turf war, but especially tricolor turf war. We would know this for a fact if we could just get one round. Yeah, da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. How far can it be pushed? Not enough. Who's ready for another round of turf war? Regular old turf war. Better. So I wish I had a Splatoon video out by now, but unfortunately it's not the case. Because the thing is, video production for me, and also on top of that, streaming, is slow for me just because my main computer is at here at my at home, not my apartment though, because. Well, I guess this is because I want to focus more on the schoolwork while I'm there. I don't want to be distracted by making videos or that kind of thing. I'd rather just focus on the schoolwork and maybe a little bit of stuff on my free time. Like, outside the schoolwork, it's mainly just been browsing the internet like I usually do and playing Xenoblade 3, actually. Actually, finally playing a Xenoblade game. I've been liking it so far. But, yeah, video stuff has been, like, slow because of doing stuff like that. I should have one out soon, but I also have to, make sure all the things with my clip channel are getting done, and which that's actually, been going pretty well. It's actually getting traction. I like doing it. Nice teamwork. But of course, I do have to take some time away, because doing about a month's worth of the clips. Son. Just doing about a month's worth of the clips takes me about maybe 20 minutes. I mean, not 20 minutes, God, I wish. 20 hours or so. I'll take it. So I basically just, since I'm kind of, next weekend is going to be at the end of this month, I want to make sure I had clips ready before then, so I'm taking this weekend to do this along with all the Splatfest stuff, so I can't really do anything else video-wise until then. But I've got some stuff in the works, some Splatoon stuff, some non-Splatoon stuff. Unfortunately, I basically do have my whole year planned out and then some. So the variety of, oh, I can just think of something and do it, is mostly not there. Mostly. There is maybe room for one or two of those things. We'll see about that. Because, I mean, in terms of what I've got cooking on it, cook for, you know, what Thanos level cooking. I've got two big projects I'm kind of working on. And I don't know if either of those are going to be out by the end of the year. I'd like them to be, but I don't know if they will. I've got at least 3 things planned for December. One on Halloween. I've got a Halloween thing planned. It shouldn't be a surprise. Okay, concerning last year. One thing for November. And then on top of all that, I want to put out a couple Splatoon vids. And then maybe 1 or 2 TF2 vids. That's basically what you can expect. It's just a matter of how I'm going to divvy all this up. Because some things I'm fine with pushing to next year, but some things, like the videos in December, have to be done in December. The Halloween thing needs to be done in Halloween because it's seasonal. And the November thing, for personal reasons, has to be done in November. Everything else I can kind of, I'm fine with pushing a little bit. If those get pushed to like end of the year or next year, that's fine. And because of how I can technically edit stuff at the apartments, but it's on like a laptop. More Turf War, great. And editing on that laptop is not great. Plus, I'd have to move files all the time, and that's just messy work. It's possible, but again, I would rather just focus on schoolwork and stuff. And if not doing that, actually, you know, playing more Xenoblade. So it's been kind of slower, just because I've been only able to work on stuff while I'm here, which is basically half of Thursday to Sunday. So like half the week. And even then, that's on top of maybe sometimes streaming. Which I won't always be. In fact, more often than not, I probably won't be, but Splatfests are definitely an exception. What were you trying to do? Was that your gut feeling, sir? But more often than not streaming, but you know, working, doing stuff on my own, and working on videos and stuff. So it's a lot to do, and I'm keeping myself occupied. And also trying to, you know, also get sleep. This weekend I'm probably not gonna get the best of sleep, but I kinda did it to myself when I didn't realize I was working in the morning today. That sprinkler does wonders, and he still doesn't realize... Okay, fine, he found it. And he's still not going. He went the other way. It's still there. What do you think you're doing? Someone take the sprinkler out. Does he see it? Okay, good. They're not even gonna see that one coming. Yeah, we're rolling this team. I kind of feel bad. I wanted him to get pushed back into the sprinkler. No, but yeah, because not only do I want it... Yeah, cool. because I do want to do with more of Splatoon, not just playing it, but actually making some content for it. Just a couple of light vids here or there. Outside of maybe 1 or 2 projects, maybe? Mostly just like lighter, smaller videos for this game. In fact, in the first one, which should be my next video, the next one should be Splatoon related. You'll see the exact moments where I realize I'm not good at this game. Or at the very least, it's development of where I'm like, is it the weapon or is it me? Nah, but moments like in the video you will see, which has me getting pretty tilted. Exaggeratedly tilted, I think. Are good to remind you have work to do. And so you can take things and step back a bit, take things at a more face value, and try to better yourself in how you play the game. And also make you realize you're not at that point yet, but you can get there. You know, take your time to learn. It wasn't even that long. That was a short wait. Why are you putting me in turf war? I was hoping, yeah, but I was hoping to get that video out, like this weekend, or by this Wednesday. But I do need to focus on doing the next month of content for the clip channel, so. If I get the spare time, maybe, but chances are you won't be seeing it until next week. Which will be weird, because technically, this is the first thing I've done, or the first stuff that'll actually be out since the game. I see you. Denied. Denied. Denied, sir. Oh. I mean, my schedule sucks, even like to the point of I have pretty much what I'm going to be doing each weekend for this whole upcoming October, all planned out. Actually, I forget. Is Halloween on a weekend? I hope it is. So we can do the Halloween stream. I'm definitely streaming on Halloween. I should mention that. Halloween stream's gonna be annual, and hopefully nothing goes wrong like the last 2 years. I mean, this year, like, trust me, this year when I start the Halloween stream, I'm gonna lock the doors, throw away the key, ain't no way he's getting in. And because I've been playing the Squid Game, I'm used to no bones, so, you know, it'll be a bone-free stream, as it should have been from the damn start. Ooh, that's a whole ass team. I had my umbrella open, but he sloshed around it. Sloshed around it in his mouth a little bit, kind of weird, but. Why didn't the umbrella open? I was trying to hold the button. Okay. That's the first loss in a while, right? Finally, the results are reflecting my skill. I hate that this ended up just being a umbrella stream. I just wanted one, man. Just to make sure I'm doing this right. Because, like, I am selecting tricolor battle, right? I think what's happening is Gear is winning popularity by a landslide, and there's just not enough room for everyone to always be playing tricolor. But at the same time, it's been like an hour of non-stop queuing. It'd be nice to get one more. It's gonna suck if we end up getting another times 100 match before we get a second tricolor. I kinda hope we don't, because I get the feeling... I mean, it was lucky enough that we were with a good enough team that I could still use the umbrella and we won. But if it happens again... like, what are the chances of that happening twice? I promise you, the stream will not end until we get that Splatbrella tricolor match. We're in it for the long haul. Side note with the clip channel I was mentioning earlier, I'm glad it's actually doing something. You know, I'm putting out the clips and it's actually like getting views. Like I am actually, there is actually an amount of traction, a small amount of traction on that channel. And I'm very happy about that. But on the other hand, it's bittersweet because it's great that that channel is doing something, but that's not my main channel. The clip channel is great and all, but it's not my main channel at all. I didn't know where he was going. I thought he was trying to go around me. And it's like, I guarantee... I mean, even if I do, like... I think after... doing the clip channel, like I have been for, say, a year, there's probably a good chance that it'll still take me roughly the same amount of time and effort that it took to make that that one Deltarune video I made. But I mean, that's just kind of the YouTube game right now. Short and sweet. And again, bittersweet because I'm glad, you know, to even, like, do anything. Oh no! I'm just glad to get any amount of traction and play around with that. What? Twister time. That was a misinput. I was trying to open my shield. No, my sprinkler. I saw it, but I knew I wouldn't be able to react to it fast enough. Wait, there was no one up here. They should have been able to see me jump there. Oh no. I'm alone. Jump to me, friends. We might have just gotten screwed at the end there. Maybe? I think so, yeah. Yeah, close, but... And this is where the losing streak begins. It was a good comeback, though. You know what's funny? Apparently I ended Splatoon 2 at level 22. And we're getting pretty close to that already. Mark, how you doing? How about you, Volt King? Oh, they were doing stuff. I would join, but I can't cancel out anymore. It's funny, they let you cancel out for the first few seconds when you queue into this, but they don't do it anywhere else. They don't do it when you accidentally rematch. I'm just saying, give me the option for like 5 seconds if I miss input. That's all I'm asking. If Twitter can let people edit tweets for like 5 minutes after they post it, or whatever, you can let me do that. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the editing situation is for Twitter. I think being able to edit tweets is an awful idea. Generally. I mean, if it's like the 5 minutes after you post it so you can correct a typo or something, I think that's fine, but say, being able to edit something from like a week ago or years ago, I think that's not really great. Now, if they want to really go chaotic, they could just make it so you can edit people's tweets. They just need to make it like Tumblr used to be, where you could edit other people's posts. Now, if they did that, I'd be down for that. But they're too cowardly to do that. It would never happen. You know what also would never happen? A goddamn tricolor turf war. Come on, Team Gear, stop queuing for it. I need to get in. No one booyah'd back. Smithers, are they booing me? No, sir. They're saying booyah. They're booyah. Whoop. Maybe that's why. That's probably the main reason of why the umbrella isn't actually as powerful as it could be, just because you have the shield. Because damn, is this thing useful. Oh yeah, this is like a prime spot for the sprinkler. It's so good. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. Oh, come on, I had the it was probably just, like, whatever. Just a whole area over here. Not touched. Completely open. No gear. Just allowed to exist freely. That's how we do it. No, you can jump to me. It's fine. It's clean. I swear. In the air? Man's got hops? Alright, ain't no way I'm gonna jump to these guys. Killdozer was not true to his namesake. He got dozed. What do you even have? Oh, it's a Splatling. Okay, that makes sense. Because I'm like, how is he able to track me that far? Does he have, like, the Squelchers or something? I think we lost again. Yeah. About by the same metric as last time. None of this would matter if we were doing tricolor. Because then if we lost, it wouldn't matter. That's what we're testing. I'm trying to test if the umbrella is bad for tricolor, which I bet you it is, but we can't know that until we get in there. That was another one where I felt like we were generally doing better, but we weren't able to keep it together by the end. I forget, we have a couple. We have one conch. Oh no, we have two conches. Oh, nice. Just some generic camo. Some nice stickers, alright. I wanna get some better nameplates for my gamer tag and some better things. Cause Fun World Champ, you know what, that works perfectly fine enough for me, but we can do better. I know I can do better. There's been some wacky ones. There's some wacky tags out there, but I haven't gotten any of the good ones. Apparently. I say that like avocado roll is a bad one. And it's not. It's just not for me. Alright, it's taken more than 30 seconds. Sorry, fellas, we're getting in another turf war. But what if? you thought it would be tricolor. Who's ready for loss number 4 in a row? No one booyah'd back. Yeah, we're losing. Someone's already... How? Alright, probably doesn't work. It almost did. Felt like it was blocking it for a bit. We got all that area we need to take care of. He got... Oh, good. Okay, well, I gotta pull in for him then. Low wink, low wink. I would have been upset if I had gotten splatted there. Because that would have been totally on me. Nice. See, now if I get splatted here, it's karma. Right when that occurred. Alright, well, try again. Yeah. Bad reaction. Well, that's not a lot. Okay, well, time to ink home turf. Team's getting some splats. Oh, there's a fella. What? Who? Was it the guy on top? No, it wasn't. I think some people don't realize that I'm just going to walk right into a stamp, and all this is still uninked. But I should be helping the team, but... Okay, I'll get this square here, and then we'll go in for a final rush. Okay, that time I definitely had the umbrella up. Okay, whatever. Maybe there's a bit of a delay. We got rolled. Again, another closer match, but I feel like that time it really was a lot of... A good chunk of it was we should have inked our home turf a little better. But even then, we probably still would have barely lost. So what was that, 4 in a row? We can check. I think it was 4 in a row. Aye. No. No! Please! I don't want to go in another match. Yeah, 4 in a row. Who's ready for 5? Because I hit the wrong button. It's like, I just want to get through the menus faster. Stop punishing me. I want to go, I want to queue up with new people. Different people. Not that my team last time was bad, I just like a little bit of freshness. "37 seconds. No way. We're not getting this. Man, well, there's 2 of us, so... No. Never. Never in a million years. Squid Gang. Wait, how did we end up in a 2-win streak? We lost the last match. Alright, well, okay. Well, the guy I queued with isn't booyahing, but the other guys are, so... Good signs. Now we see why they won the last match. You know, I figured. I got top splats last match. No wonder we won. I haven't been getting top splats at all with this thing. Figures the one we lose is the one I get top splats in. So you can play that game. What was his plan? What was my plan? We both suck. Are you trying to get the thing? He was trying to get the thing. Well, you can focus on getting that, but it's not gonna help your case. Or his. Wipeout. Whatever happened to Wipeout? The racing series. I say that like I ever played it. I just know it. I say about 90% of games nowadays. Wait for it. Ooh, I'm the one ink. definitely get enough for another ink strike to clutch this out. Not that I think we need to clutch. We're probably gonna win. That's cool. Wait, did I not get splatted once? Huh. Well, I did pretty solid. Too bad, I guess we got back capped. Back cap, I say. What is this? Control points. You can't even there's no way you can back cap in this game. What am I saying? What are the maps now? Hammerhead. Boy, I sure would like to play on Hammerhead Bridge again. Eeltail Alley and Sturgeon. I forget, which one was Eeltail? I think that's a newer one. And Sturgeon, but, you know. We know Sturgeon well enough at this point. But I want to get familiar with Hammerhead Bridge. I think that'd be neat. That'd be epic, even. I should also point out, for any internet connection issues, thankfully we're not going to have any like we did last Splatfest. I figured out why that was. I'll bring it up in a later video, but that shouldn't be happening right now. I'm actually using, for the game itself, I have a wired connection, bada bing. And for the stream, I'm actually using Wi-Fi to stream. It's not the first time I've used Wi-Fi to stream either. I've done it a couple of times before. I was always kind of shaky about it because I'm like, I mean, you want a tethered connection. It's streaming. I'm doing quite a bit of, you know, I'm doing like a 1080, 60 FPS stream, 6,000, excuse me, gigabytes, not gigabytes, megabytes. No, kilobytes, not kilobytes. Oh, okay, it's this map. No, this map's cool. I definitely feel like I should have gotten someone there, but I got ink strike, so it's fine. But surprisingly, the Wi-Fi is good. I think in some cases it's actually, I wouldn't say doing better, but I feel like I've had less issues with it in certain circumstances. Then again, the Ethernet cable I am using is 50 foot, so maybe that has something to do with the Ethernet sometimes being a little shaky. You stop that. Come on. At that point, why? Okay. You know damn well his roller never hit me. And if it did, it would have splatted me a long time ago before that happened. Okay. It's okay, not everyone's using a tethered connection, that's fine. Accessibility is more important. It's about the fun! Wait a minute. These aren't the Splatfest colors. Wait a minute, are we going against our own team? I've been using Sprinkler at all for some reason. Whoop. I knew I would get smoked if I walked in. And great. Lost number 6, maybe. Yeah, definitely lost number 6. Cool. 6 in a row. Let's go. The luck, the amount of immense luck I've been feeling with matchmaking. It's not even matchmaking. I mean, this is the first time where it was like, not like both of us in the 40s. They've been close matches. That one was a little more on their side, though. I just want to switch off this weapon. I really do. I like the Brella, but I wanna do a little something different. But I want that tricolor match. Oh, I can't join? Okay. He was doing tricolor, but not anymore. Maybe because he realized the search was fruitless. He got it once. Maybe he did get it once. But perhaps it was an illusion, a dream, a non-reality. Because despite having the gear, it was not quite it was enough to protect him from the harsh environment, but not from the harsh reality. Or lack thereof. The jump is pretty accurate. Like, I don't feel like I have to... I feel like I can just press the direction and jump and get it. And not like I have to wait just a slight bit for it to register I'm hitting a direction and then jumping. That was one of the problems I had with the side jump in Mario Odyssey. Weird tangent, but... That was, I think, one of my only complaints with Mario's movement in that game was the side flip. It just took, like... just a very slight delay between hitting the direction and jumping, or do the side flip. That's one of my favorite things about Mario Sunshine, is that it's basically, like, immediate. Once you hit the direction and jump, you will, like, flip. That's something I still love about Sunshine's movement. And Odyssey is close to that, but there's just a little bit of... You gotta hit the direction and then the jump button just a little tiny bit after. And it's still good, but it's just like, just a little bit of a tweak, I think would really help it. It's just the little things like that that make me still like Sunshine's movement a little more. But yeah, in order to do the squid jump here, like that. No. It's pretty instant. Just, you know, as long as you have the momentum, it's just... Or wait, no. It wasn't that... It wasn't the direction thing for Odyssey. Oh, no. It wasn't the direction, it was you have to move a little bit. Or I guess maybe that's the thing. Where you do have to just move a tiny bit before it actually registers a side jump. Whereas in in Sunshine, it feels like you can do it from a standstill pretty much whenever you want. And that's what I like about it. And then meanwhile, you know, you have to be swimming just it's like that in Splatoon. It's like that here, I guess, then. Where you do have to move just a little bit before you can do the jump. Which is, you know, considering it gives you iframes and stuff, it's good for balance. How did I do that? Oh, that was nasty. Why'd I do it? Why'd I have to go like that? Yeah, I just feel like ever since I've been using the umbrella, there's been a lot more gaps in my team's side of ink. I feel like normally I'd just be able to cover it. Nice. But because of how this weapon is, I'm a little less hesitant to actually ink turf. And especially, like, as thoroughly as, like, even just dualies. But hey, that breaks the 6 streak loss. I still feel like we're doing pretty well, you know, net positive, considering we got that times 100. That's gonna buffer a lot of losses, but it's nice to at least not always, not be on streaks like that. And I felt pretty good with using the umbrella that time, too. Doing some good defending. I mean, popular target's probably what you want for umbrella. Ooh, we're gonna get the next tier. It's just ruler again, but you get a +1. But hey, maybe if we get that +1, that'll be +1 more match for tricolor. And I think even regardless of if we win or lose the next one, I think we will get that tier. Will it be tricolor? Will this next match be tricolor? What do you think? What do you think? I wonder what consensus is on Splatfest stuff right now. Let me go on the Reddit, the happiest place on earth, and just see some new posts. Ooh, that's actually okay. The first thing was actually just really nice fan art of Deep Cut. Oh, look at that, a turf war. Okay. Oh, well, here's a discussion. I'm trying to play tricolor with my fiance, and it keeps putting us in regular turf war battles. Does it have anything to do with our level or something? No, my friend. You won't be hearing me, especially by the time Splatfest is over. It'll be over before you hear me. Son of a bitch. I think that was another team-on-team fight. Which probably means, yes, indeed, we are going to win the popularity contest. But no, it's just because there's too much of us and we can't get in. Man, I miss being on team paper. Like, we didn't win, but we still got second. We didn't lose, technically. And we could always get into a tricolor match when we wanted to. See a post of a Team Gear lad winning times 100. Love to see it. There's a good JoJo Stone Ocean meme. The stand in the ink. It's making everyone aggressive. Oh, hey, we're on Sturgeon. We're actually on a new map. New, I say. And I see the menacing Cuphead drawings in the distance. I'll be honest, I'm just gonna go in. I'm so numb to regular turf war. Ah, refreshments. Haven't heard that in a while. That's why we've been losing. We haven't had the tacticooler. Oh, that's probably not great. And yet we go ham. His aim sucked. I shouldn't have. I had plenty of time to try and get him. But my aim sucked too. So it balances out. Try to clear this out a little. Meatball going in. He is still living. Why was he over there? Ah, I thought you'd reach around. The old slippery squid reach around. Alright, and now we go in and use the Ink Strike, and it's going to do irreversible damage to their area. The damage is done. You know what? I've got a shield. I'm just gonna... Hello! You know, something like this happens in the next Splatoon video I'm making, except I'm on the receiving end of it. So it's nice to be on the delivering one for once. Nice, a new level. Ooh, that's not... That seems like a pretty decent selection for the Howdy Hat. I don't know much about it myself, but hey. And +1. Nice. Oh, that's right, my boosts are gone. At this point, I don't even know if I want to use the... Because I'm so close to maxing out the first thing. Kind of want to do the double EXP thing, or double XP. But I don't think I'll be playing that much longer. Again, I'm just trying to get that next tricolor. Yeah, I guess I'll just do the 50% just to be safe then. Okay, now this is a weird post I'm seeing. As a fun player, big thanks to everyone for not picking Grub, because now tricolored battles aren't appearing at all. I mean... Oh, and apparently there's a badge for doing, for getting the beacon thing in tricolor. That'd be nice to try and attempt to get. It'll happen. I'm telling you. Get some booyah going. Oh, look at those gaps are so nasty. I can't be doing that. Is there someone in our... Sure. What? I think he had some sort of delay, and I'm not talking internet connection. The colors just weren't processing. Oh, that was getting so scary. He was trying to follow the... He was trying to follow the umbrella. Nice. Do it again. Whoa! Yeah, he was definitely trying to be ready for me. Ooh, did you see that? The hard read for the Stamper. Okay, maybe it was internet connection, because that felt like it took a while for it to show up. It probably is easier just to get into Tricolor's on Team Fun, because even if it's like a popularity thing, at least it's still like 4 members to a team, so there's more people who need to queue up for it. I asked for that. I was getting greedy. This spot isn't even. Oh wow. We need to. I'm gonna get that right now. Yeah, I think there's some sort of internet lag, because there was no reason that Splatana dude should have been able to not splat me. Wait, I still missed this somehow? I swear I wasn't trying to... We're gonna lose, aren't we? We're gonna get clutched. With how greedy I was being at the end there, though, it kind of makes sense. I was definitely playing a little sloppy on that last minute. I think we still got it, though. Yeah. Okay. Okay, apparently there was like an update for the Splatfest for Tricolor. Patch note. The rate of Tricolor battle occurrence has been adjusted. From the defending team's perspective, they will trigger somewhat less frequently than before. The defending team, though. We're not the defending team. But there's more. Because this updated patch focuses on Splatfest-related changes and addresses bugs that can have significant effect on game progress, we have prioritized its release, because I think it was in version 1.1.1. Please note that the changes to the Tricolor battle frequency should be considered temporary. For now, there will be somewhat more instances of players selecting Tricolor battle, but being placed in a Turf War battle instead. Going forward, Splatfest matchmaking specifications will continue to be adjusted and this issue will be rectified. We are planning to implement these adjustments with the new season beginning in December. It kind of feels a little weird though, just because it's like, that was kind of one of the bigger draws to Splatoon 3, where it's like, oh hey, not just 3 teams, but Tricolor Splatfests. And I've been playing so far for like 2 hours since they became available, and I've gotten 1. And I've been doing almost nothing but queuing for it. So I get it, because with how the last Splatfest went. I get wanting to do something like that. But at the same time... that's why I wasn't getting one there. I wasn't queuing for it. But it's like at the same time, maybe be a little more frequently. I'm just saying. Because like seriously, I just wanted one with the umbrella, and then that's it. Maybe it'll be the end of the stream. I don't know, because I've already been playing more than last time, I think. Actually, have I maxed out my... Yeah, I've gotten all the abilities on my cowboy hat, too. Haven't I? Turf War match number 57. No maidens. It didn't show up fast enough. Whatever. Wasn't that fun when Elden Ring came out and everyone was... They put a maidenless joke right at the beginning. Or it wasn't even a joke, but, like, come on. They had to have known. You are maidenless. I mean, look, it might not be my favorite game of the year, considering I played it for 2 hours when it came out and never again. Because, well, I don't really know why. I was enjoying my time. It's definitely Game of the Year contender, if not basically kind of is the Game of the Year, but I just need to play more. Crab. But, I mean, that's how you do it. Oh. He's not dead. Wow. Like, I get why it got me, because it went over the umbrella, but still, like... No, sir. I walked into that one. It wasn't even the brush, it was the blaster guy again. Bro. Did you really... Sir. And then the guy with the roller just completely misses him and just gets whacked. Okay. Then again, look at their spawn. They haven't really inked much of their turf. So if we play our cards right... Yeah. I didn't turn around fast enough, but that's fine. See, we're slapping them a bit. We're splatting them, slapping them. Splat, slap. Slap to splat. Oh, I don't like what I'm hearing in my right ear. Why would you? I tried to open the umbrella. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, they still didn't get it, so if we just pull through in this... Come on, Ricky. We're counting on you. He was pulling through a little bit. I think we still lost that, though. Yeah, just not enough coverage. But a lot closer than it should have been. I mean, not as... It was closer than it should have been, because they really needed to ink their home turf. But we were getting slapped silly. I'm liking that word. Ooh, another sub-up. That's special. Which doesn't really matter too much, considering we're using the Ink Strike. Actually, hang on. There we go. I just felt like I should change the title of the stream to something a little more accurate. If not searching for a turf war match, searching for ourselves. I like this poster rating. Reducing the frequency so no one gets to play unless they grind 20 turf war battles isn't fun. When we've already been playing nothing but turf wars for 24 hours. You say that like I haven't done 20, more than 20, and I still haven't gotten anything after that. We're not gonna get one for this match. We're just gonna get another turf war. Yep. I'm just glad I haven't gotten another times 100. I couldn't handle that stress. 3 rollers and a blah blah blur. The way that weapon is named, the blah blah blur or whatever, makes it sound like it's something from fucking VeggieTales. Like it sounds like some sort of bad vegetable of the week that the little celery fella has to deal with, and maybe get like Larry the Cucumber as Larry Man. Or Larry Boy. It's a Larry Boy. To come in and be like, well, yes, but here is our good Christian values to save the day in Batman superhero form. No. Man, I wish I watched more VeggieTales growing up. It was a good show. It was good stuff. The most I did was, I had the DVD for the movie, one of the movies, the Jonah movie, which had one of the best movie commentaries ever made. Somehow. Where it's like the characters of the, like the actual VeggieTale characters were doing the commentary. I think this is fun. And I mean, you know, I think the movie was good, too. Is there someone? I had a feeling there was someone behind us. Ooh, okay. I should be using my sprinkler more. I keep getting the inkling that there's someone behind us. Oh, yo, it's the hit artist Dead Fish. Dead Spot, what is that? Ink that turf. I don't know if I have my sprinkler out, but I don't want to waste the ink if I do still. You're gonna stop. 'Cause that's what you do when you're faced with an irresistible force. And irresistible is what I am, baby. I hate that all these years later I can still, I would still be able to quote that entire song word for word. Or, I guess, sing it. I could do the whole thing, word for word. Man, it hurts to be this hip. I just realized her percentage was 6.6. It's a sign. I also just realized that all the colors for this Splatfest are fairly Halloween-y. I know I said that with some of the certain combinations, but just like the purple, orange, and green. That's like perfect. I kind of wish they had saved this for... I mean, surely they're going to have like a Halloween-themed one. They could have just saved the colors for that. Or maybe they'll keep it. I don't know. This would, but yeah, these would have been perfect colors for a Halloween Splatfest. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Or maybe they'll have it be like orange and black and... What would be a good third complement? Maybe green again? Red? Nah, it's too close to orange. Yeah, I think at this point, we're just going to find one tricolor match and call it there. We've been doing this for too long. Like, look, it's fun. I'm glad. I'm having fun. You know, I'm still playing. It's not like I'm not enjoying myself. But please, please. Couldn't escape the nosebleed section. And now things are going to get violent. You have spited me with that sneak on our home base. And now we are on the offense. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That was perfect. That was a beautiful throw. I don't know what I was doing there. I could have aimed a lot better around there. Ooh. You don't need that. Bro, he hit me once. He hit me once! Yes! Have the blaster be the weapon that can hit you once and kill, not the shotgun. Not the one that's just a burst of fucking ink. As if that's not what the blaster is either. But you get my point. Again, I mean, I guess it's a balance, because I do get the funny shield, and that's good. And I can still do that. I mean, you know, two-shot, whatever. I've had a grudge against blasters since Splatoon 1. What can I say? Oh, that's gotta get crushed. I want to see it. Beautiful. I just need to run and get to use this ink strike. Get behind me, sir. Well, now it's not gonna work because they're above us. You squandered it. We'll be fine. Oh, weird. For some reason, Splatoon 1 is trending on Twitter. Why? Is there something I'm missing? Freshness 2. I've gotten 2 freshness ratings. Before I've even gotten a single tricolor. Lovely. You know, I was talking about Mario earlier and stuff. Mario Odyssey and Sunshine. I'm still shocked they haven't done like a proper Sunshine crossover. Because that's like such an obvious thing. That's like such an easy thing to do. It's like Sonic doing a crossover with the restaurant Sonic. They somehow haven't done that yet. If they don't do that for the third movie, what are they even doing? They've done like Sonic has done crossovers with like Carl's Jr. I think Subway maybe. McDonald's. It's like, come on, just give Sonic a bone. You share the same name. They serve hot dog. They serve fucking chili dogs there. What are they missing? Like, is it because it's too obvious? I don't know, but it's like that. Well, no Sunshine crossover. I mean, I'm not going to say what it is, but in the campaign for this game, there is actually a pretty good nod to Mario Sunshine for one part in the campaign. Maybe not specifically Sunshine, but it happens in Sunshine too, so, you know, it's probably a slight nod to that, considering how it goes. Whoa. Come in. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need you. A little bit of you. Nice. When people aren't as aware of what to do against the shield, I definitely get a good upper hand. Ooh! Maybe that's the thing. Pop him once and then use the shield. Yeah, like that. That's not a bad strat. And I forgot the shield hadn't. The shield takes a bit of time to actually respawn. All right, time to clean up a bit. I feel like we've gotten a decent enough lead that I can cock and ball structure. Or I guess if you want to be less weird, Antichrist structure. But still, even with that nod to Mario Sunshine that is actually in this game, I wish there was like something a little more official. Maybe even like a Mario Sunshine themed Splatfest. With some good old, with some like Mario Sunshine styled music, or music even. Getting a bit hairy there. Whoa, he went right for me. How did he? Okay. I'm sure it was like he was trying to surprise him by going sideways. You know, oddly enough, I still haven't been seeing a lot of Tacticooler lately. Yeah, this was a bad roll at the end here. Oh. And then the two people leave. Maybe it is actually queuing for Tricolor then. Maybe it like splits us up. Although if we do end up matching, it's probably not great considering we're both using close range weapons. And then this does end up actually being the one where we get tricolor. Watch, it's going to happen. Or we get a random times 10. Actually, times 10 would be fine. If we get a times 10, you know what? I'll have a good time. It'll suck if we lose, but it's something it's a little spice. If we get 100, if it's a times 100, I'm gonna be sad. Or even, what, the times, is it 33 or 333? Anything more than 10 is gonna make me upset. Or very happy if we end up winning it, you know. I'm surprised it's taken me this long to say this. I wish when you're doing the starting, placements for where you're gonna launch to when the game starts, I wish it showed like some sort of indicator when someone locks their place. Because it doesn't do that. It just kind of shows, maybe it'll just show it stationary, but it doesn't show if they lock it or anything. So if someone locks and someone moves to where you are, you can't really change your position or anything. Just darken the arrow or something. That's all I'd want, just to make it a little easier on figuring things out. It's not like it's a bad thing to read our teammates' minds. I mean, what? Do you expect me to use... Nintendo, what? Do you expect me to use your goddamn voice communication app? Not happening. Okay, look, I hardly use Discord, but I'll just use Discord. And he thought I couldn't aim. Whoop! Oh, look, no skill. See? No skill. It's another roll for us, isn't it? It's a good thing none of the ink colors this time around are orange, because I just know I'd end up quoting. I'd just be thinking about that orange guy, you know the orange guy. Oh. So we're not gonna do the reverse thing, right? Nah, my team's got it handled. I know they do. Very nice. Very clean. You know what else helps clean things? You know what else you should do? Let's brush our teeth. Don't. What happened with that? With you found the toothpaste thing. Why that? I feel like that just kind of spread around. Like it just kind of showed up on my timeline a bunch of times. Not artificially or anything, just the several people I follow just retweeting it. or reblogging it, and it's just like it just kept showing up. Like it was like almost every day I would see it, and now it's just stuck in my head. Just some orange fucker getting waterboarded by a toothbrush. It's just how it goes down sometimes. Okay, we're dodging the 100 times battle draft, thankfully. Look, I already got the name tag thing. I already got my reward for it. I don't need any more. Just let me ink in peace. Let me continue my search in peace. My search for the tricolor turf war and the legendary 4th flavor. That's what the tricolor is for. To determine who gets it. The 4th flavor. Right, yeah, uphill. I'll booyah to that. Cheers, bro. I'll booyah to that. Wait a minute. It's orange. No, I thought it was yellow. Oh no. Oh, I can feel it. He's coming. Get down from there. Cool. Interesting.
Uh-oh! You found the toothpaste? Let's get one thing clear. I can brush my teeth all by myself, okay?
We're doing fine, don't worry. You can handle a little bit of toothbrushing. It's good for you. I don't know why I didn't think it was orange. It's like, I keep forgetting what colors there are for some reason. Brother. Okay. It takes a minute. It takes a bit to respawn, doesn't it? In 10 minutes, we will be hitting the 3-hour mark. Marking the 3 years it has taken on our search. On the bright side, I feel like I've gotten pretty decent with the Umbrella. And, you know, I haven't really been mentioning it, but the Pro Controller's been serving me well. I think I've been doing well enough. I still feel like It's weird because on the one hand, I feel like it's a little easier to aim, especially left and right, which I feel like is what I'm gonna need most of. Just like left and right and a little up and down. But for some of the more intricate movements, it just feels a little awkward. Whereas with the right Joy-Con movement, it felt a lot more natural and less restrictive. But again, for some of the easier movements, I do feel like maybe the movement's a little better. At the very least for something like the Brella, where it's more burst, rather than something continuous like dualies or a splatter shot. It sure be less frequent. It really is. Booyah, boys. Look, it's the green team. We just fought the orange one, now we're fighting the green one. They've already brushed their teeth before bed. We don't have to worry about that. Oh! Well done. Refreshments. Oh, it's been a minute. I'm parched. Oh wait, you were aiming for me. I thought you were trying to sneak attack him. Ran an ink. I don't even think the shield protected me from that. It was just I was far enough away. I will say I do kind of like having the Splatfest split into two separate, or doing this in two separate streams. I feel like that gives me a good enough time to, I can do it right when it starts, and then we can come back, get the new mode, theoretically. And, you know, get some, I get to see what the general opinion of what's going on and stuff, and I like that. Alright, good. Prevent the invasion. Whoa. It's not looking too hot for us. Especially with that guy right there. And yeah, this is probably gonna be a roll right at the end. Okay. Can't block everything. Oh, go King. We still lost, but should be a little closer. Yeah, it's looking like a 30-50. Yeah. I forget, is green fun or Grub? I think green is fun, because I'm pretty sure Grub was orange. I don't know why I can't remember that. They add one... This is why they should keep TF2 to 2 colors. I get confused enough as it is in that game. Imagine if there were 3 teams in that game, and like 36 people. Let me wait a little bit, so the people from the last match can queue up a bit. I'm getting, as you can tell, a little drained. But my resolve still holds. I still can't believe at this point that I even got the first one. Like, you're telling me I actually got a tricolor match? I don't believe you. Like, I'm sure it's in the stream. I could go back and see it. It just doesn't feel real, though. These are conches. More ticket. Give me another name tag. And then... But... What's in the box? What could be in the box?
Uh-oh, you found the toothpaste? Let's get one thing clear. I can brush my teeth all by myself, okay?
I'm sorry. We're trying to get these tricolor battles. We're going insane. But again, the resolve stays strong. And the hat keeps us nice and fresh. Someone's got to be making memes with changing the screen, right? Maybe because it's a curved monitor, it's harder, but surely someone's got to be doing it. And doing it right. Doing it right. How much does this hurt for? 30. Wow. So that is like a legit strat. Where we could just... Bam. Okay, so there is kind of a way to do like a... But you have to make sure you get him on point. I'm surprised there's still players. Maybe they're just too lazy to make a name, or maybe they like the player, or maybe this is their first match, in which case, now? Really? It's like if we had seen like one, maybe, but this is like the second or third one. Just kind of trying to ink enough turf so I can get my ink strike. There we go. Ooh, well. Oh no, it was a booyah bomb. I was about to say, I ink striked and someone ink striked me. It was almost, it was still kind of beautiful, but could have been a little more fitting. Holmes? You dare bring ink into our lair? Get behind my shield, get behind my shield. Oh no. Whoa, oh. Okay, okay. This is not looking good. As you look in the top of the screen, 3 people have left. On the bright side, it's more on their team, but still, we're probably gonna get kicked any second now. I almost want to, like, not splat anyone. Like, at this point, we're going to win. Probably. It's 3-on-2. I offer peace for this unfair bullshit. It was worth a shot. You dick. Nah. We're cool. I think we're cool. Oh, he's... Huh. Well, isn't this nice? World peace. If we can't have our tricolor turf war, we can at least make it rain. GG's, gentlemen. They really added a tag that says better than you. That's gonna be fun to come across. Good lads right here. We appreciate the sportsmanship. So just a little storytelling. So Team Fortress 2, when the Jungle Inferno update came out, and they started to, you know, they reworked matchmaking and all that, and everyone was trying to get in because it's a new update, the last big update. God damn it! It was super exciting, you know, all that great shit. The thing is, though, because everyone was trying to get to a match, servers were super busy and all that, and it would take a while to get into some matches. I remember, I think for like the 4 or whatever hours after the update came out, I was pretty much just queuing for matches. Occasional match here or there, but, you know, it would be a decent amount of time. But most of it was just queuing. And it would take sometimes a couple hours just to get into a match. And you know what? It was worth it. Because, dude, when Jungle Inferno came out, that was like... it was, considering, you know, how much of a TF2 fan I am, it was just so exciting and so hype. The only thing that like matched it that year for me was like Breath of the Wild and the Switch coming out. Priorities, I know. No. I missed. That was such a waste of Ink Strike. Whatever. Okay. I'm just gonna stop saying I had my shield up. Oh, we're all sucking with the Ink Strike. Great. Kid named Ninja. I bring that story up anyway, just because I get the feeling that I'm gonna end up waiting for this next Tricolor Turf War match longer than I did when Jungle Inferno came out. And that was... matches took a long-ass time to queue in for. So... and I expect Valve to be pretty competent with online. Oh, that's interesting. You don't need that. Now Nintendo, they're online. Like, I expect it to be good. At this point, I feel like it should be. And it really should be. But shit happens, I guess. I mean, the whole Tricolor Turf War thing is no ink. No ink. Is still relatively new, and they're trying to experiment and all that, but... like, man... man. Let's see if I can get one more Ice Strike. Ah. I mean, they don't have this little bit of area, but also our base isn't the best inked. It's going to be a close one, that's for sure. Then again, we're splatting decently. I think we might have clutched that. I don't know. Okay, that's fair. That was a close one. This is gonna be a long. I don't know, but if I am going to be ending up doing every Splatfest and getting to at least the first tier of ruler every time, I mean, I'll probably beat my Splatoon 2 level by the second Splatfest, maybe? I don't know. At least the third one. Yeah, I mean, if I get him point blank and hit him with the umbrella, it's a clean sweep. But I've got to be, like, literally right in their face. And still actually have the umbrella. And have enough ink to pull it out. That's a good thing to learn. Plus, like, I could just walk into them, and they won't know. They won't think it'll damage them. I would assume. Fellas, how often do you brush your teeth? Not too often, I hope. Ooh, refreshments. Oh, brawler user. I can't wait for this to just become a Smash situation where I main the worst character again. Or like one of the worst weapons. I mean, technically in Ultimate, I do main a high tier. So-called high tier, I say. People will argue Inkling's a mid tier in Ultimate. I will stand by they're a high tier at least. Maybe not a higher high tier, but... No. Oh, shit. Oh. Yeah, that's right, I'm coming for you. Oh. It was worth the fight, though. Yeah, Dapple Doolies are a really good support weapon, though. And imagine, I swapped out for them because I'm like, oh, they're probably not going to be good for Tricolor Turf Wars. Actually, no, because I did do the Turf War, or the Tricolor Turf War with them. The one I did. Allegedly. Yeah, I feel, yeah, no. I'm too close to respawn. Let's spread out a little bit. See, and now they get the splat jump to us. It's not too risky. I'm really not using the sprinkler too much, am I? Just need a little more for an ink strike. Hold. Wanted to time it just right so they couldn't go over it. There we go, the nice eyeballs. I didn't get a single splat. But that's none of my business. I'm kind of tempted to, even if we do end up getting a tricolor, to, like, if I get the next match, maybe just keep going to tier 2 since we're so close already. I haven't even gotten to test out Pro. I'm just trying to get one more tricolor. Maybe if we get it on the next one, we'll try out Pro a bit. I've been hearing, actually, the general mode has been harder than Pro. But maybe that was only at the start. Since everyone had to unlock Pro, I think. Ooh, that one was quick. Wait. Oh, okay, Germa balls. Let's go. Finally, after like almost 3 hours of looking for one goddamn match here. Alright, let's go in. I should be inking turf, but you know what? My teammate's an Aerospray player. They can ink their own damn turf. That's actually a really good spot for the... What? Okay. Splinker. I accidentally grabbed the Ultra Signal for a second. Okay, look, you should have been inking a lot more turf in. Well, actually, he's still doing a pretty good job. Oh, so close. We almost had it. I wasn't fast enough for my boy. Zilly, you're doing great, but you have to understand I have to go for them so they don't push on us. I should be trying to get Ink Strike, shouldn't I? Ask, and I shall receive. Okay. Go in, go in, go in! So close. At least someone got it. Also, Zilly, look, you're doing great, my boy. But you've got the Aerospray. Please, ink. Okay, I mean he's trying a little, but it's like we need more ink. We need more turf inks. Because otherwise, there's no way we're gonna get the win. I couldn't aim for shit there. Like, there's just a little spot. Just get that little spot on the right, please, sir. Okay, I'll get it. This is still a turf war. We don't need the middle thing. We just need to cover the... And there he goes. My hero. Whoa! My balls. I might be able to clutch one more ink strike. Oh, sick. Whew. Kinda wish I got it in the middle, but that might end up doing something. I think I threw one off the map. Ooh, let's go, boys! Finally. Not only do we get one, but we win. Thank you, Zilly, my raw comrade. You did well. Alright. We love to see it. And we're close to another level, another catalog thing, and tier, so let's just play a little more and check out the pro mode finally. And you know what? Oh, look at that, we got the new badge. Isn't that lovely? What's that for? Let me check. Oh, just win as an attacker in tricolor. I think there's one for getting 2 of the things. But oh well. I'm just glad to actually play another turf and actually get a tricolor. Let's try pro. And we've already used the umbrella for so long. Let's just finish things off with the umbrella. At this point, this is just our main weapon for the stream. We used the dapple dualies like 3 times. But again, I've kind of gotten used to this. That was so fast. That was... That's how it be, then. Dude, there's someone with +9. Yo, it's Guy Fieri. Alright, nothing too fancy, fellas. Just a couple wins. Couple matches, couple wins. Don't all have to be wins, but mostly would be preferred. Get in there, get in there! Whoa! Refreshments? Awfully bold of them to, Sharknado. The helpless dude with the umbrella. Just trying to stay dry. Oh, where the hell am I? Where did I go? Heck yeah. Did he just say heck yeah? I just gotta do this. Oh, couldn't get it up fast. Ooh. Look, we have someone with an end zap. They can do a little bit. End zaps are good for covering turf. Or at least better than the damn umbrella. I shouldn't be the one doing this. Not that I'm better at splatting, but... it's a living. Damn. That blasters just totally counter me, don't they? This seems like a good idea. Oh, and there's... Actually, this was a good idea, wasn't it? It's fine, though. I get the fast respawn. Just go in. Gotta toss a sprinkler up there. Oh, man. Just gonna jump to this dude. That's just a close. I'm more inclined to say that. No, we won. Okay. Well. Okay. A closer one. Or maybe closer. It felt a little closer, but maybe it was a little more on our side. You know, just us having an easier time and then being like constantly pushing them, and us being like, oh, that man, it was a close one though. Oh, I guess there's a different amount of clout for the pro circuit. But yeah, it should take maybe 2 more matches? Let's say 2 more matches. I think 3 at worst. So, I mean, you know, Tricolor Hunt Decide. I should probably change the title. I don't think anyone cares. Whatever. Gear. What was it? The gear. Oh, the gears of war are turn thing. I think that's what it was before. I mean, I think the other title is gonna be better for this stream, but whatever. I changed the title when I put it on YouTube anyway. I'm still not entirely sure if I want to stick with the Pro Controller, or stick with Joy-Cons and Pro Controller. I guess it's just whatever I'm feeling. Because on the bright side, playing with the Pro Controller doesn't... There's like a weird thing with my middle finger. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obvious joke to make there, but there's just a weird thing with my middle finger where when I'm holding the Joy-Cons for too long, and especially moving around, like, aiming in this game, it just starts to, like, get sore. And I don't really have that nearly as much with the Pro Controller, so there's some value in doing that. Or value in... Who's here? Another Umbrella user. Our battle will be legendary. Once I respawn. You son of a bitch. You know what? I'm not even gonna deal. I'm just gonna put the surf. But yeah, it's kind of nice in that regard because the middle finger, specifically like the knuckle of the middle finger, gets kind of sore. So it's nice not having to worry about that. And it kind of balances out just because in some regards the aim is better, but in others it's not. So if I have to swap the Pro Controller just to avoid the soreness, that's fine. No. What happened? Alright. There's still enough time for us to turn this back around. Stop using Ink Strike. It wouldn't be so bad if I just had a weapon that could cover ink better, cover turf better, but no, I'm using the Umbrella, and it takes me forever. No. Whoop! He got lucky. Of course he would lose. Of course I would lose. Of course our team's gonna lose this match. Yeah, we're getting kind of wrecked here. I'll take that in solace. At least I overcame the other umbrella user. You know, if I had spread out a little bit. Nah, it wouldn't have been enough. Does the umbrella getting hit lower or use up more ink? Because if it does, maybe that I don't know. But yeah, 2 more matches, whatever gets us to Gear Ruler +2 faster. We're gonna get so many sea snails. I don't even know what they do in this game. Probably the same thing they did before. Not that I ever used them before. I still have all my old sea snails from 2. Alright, so as long as this is the last one, we once again dodged the 100 times draft. Because again, I don't want to do it again. I got the one. I got the 1 dub. I'm happy with that. I don't want to lose it and lose all that progress for my team. I want it so that if our team loses, it's not on me. I mean, I guess how much of it is on me, you can decide for yourself. I mean, the streams, you know, it's all up there. The gameplay is there. I can say all I want. It doesn't change what you see. Oh, such a bad one. I'm just gonna... They were taking too long to get to us, whatever. And they're all getting splatted. Alright, I gotta do assist, never mind. Yeah, okay, you do that. We need to go back and get that turf. Since everyone else got splatted, I wanted to make sure we didn't lose any progress or get overrun. Yeah, I mean, there's just plenty of missing spots there, turf. There's taken. That looks blank. A whole, like, half of our side is a canvas. In fact, I'm just gonna jump back to spawn and do it now. Because no one else is going to. It's just so spotty. Ugh. And what do I see once I do this? My team getting wiped. There's the whole right side that needs to be fixed. But I may as well do this. Okay, good. Now we can get to the... Oh, no. Never mind. Well, they're probably gonna... That's what they do. Okay, he's going for them. I'm gonna go and get this little area. Alcove to the right. Stuff up here. I'm gonna fly like an eagle. How did you see me, sir? Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. Meow. Oh, that was such a weak Vimo. But it's like, it's like 130. It's too late to be busting out the Squid voice. Octo voice. And will that be enough? Yes, sir. All right. And I think that's going to call it. All right. So we got two, after 3 hours of searching, 2 tricolor battles. We at least won one of those. And we got that 100 times and actually won it, so good for us. And those previous times 10 from the last stream. I think we generally won more of our matches. Oh yeah, look at that. In the last couple, we've gotten 32 wins and 16 defeats. So yeah, pretty solid results. Especially considering today we mostly used the Brella. I'm not sure if I'll pop up again just to see the results. Ooh, look at all that. That's looking alright. Let's spend some of the spoils. Gotta get the eye ship it. Don't know what this is. I have that. I don't need this, right? No. If I need it, I can get it later. I don't need the yellow locker. I think I'm fine in that regard. Oh no. Thanks, Sheldon. We appreciate you. Yep. Wait, don't I already have Dark Tetra Dualies? I do. Why did you tell me about them? Program dialogue. So yeah, Splatfest was a blast. It was good to do it. I wish Tricolor was a little more prominent, but they're still kind of figuring things out, especially with the balance of things. It's hard to say whether or not it's balanced better because, or even just by being on a different map, because again, I only got to do 2 of them. But, you know, I had fun with what I did. Even just doing the regular turf war was a good time. Oh. I think they're all together in the main hub once the second half goes in. As just sort of a way to, you know, signify tricolors going on. They're going off. That's nice. And I'm looking at the preview and zooming into them really kills the bitrate. Wow. I will say I do love the Grub and love. But yeah, I may or may not pop in one more time just to see the results. Not sure I need to or not. We'll see. I might. That actually depends, because if it's because when does this end? I'm pretty sure it ends like 8 o'clock tomorrow, and then the results are going to be at noon. Which if it is, I'm not going to be home at noon, so I don't know. It all depends. If I don't, then that's probably what happens. It just happens after I'm at home. I can just look this up. I have Google right in front of me. Splatoon 3, Splatfest, Scare Grub Fun, yada yada yada. Wikipedia. Yeah, it's the start date but not an end. Okay. Oh no, here it is. Second half. This is in UTC. I don't know UTC. Let's have fun. Let's transfer UTC to Eastern Standard Time. I have to use a converter. Alright. It looks like they're 5 hours ahead of us? But that doesn't sound right. East Times. There. Or I could just, you know, go to the live actual Nintendo page. Yeah, it just says Friday to Sunday, which if it ends Sunday at 8 o'clock, then yeah, it's probably going to be revealed on Monday at noon when I'm not going to be at home. It's technically before class, but I have to be on campus for that, so oh well. The duality of man. Alright. I guess that's gonna call it for this Splatfest. Good times. Looking forward to the next one. And it'll be nice to see what happens. I might just not play Splatoon for the rest of the week just so we can get those results and see. I don't know. We'll see. But good times. I expect more Splatoon stuff. Not just Splatfest, but actual content. And just generally more things, but that's gonna come in due time. I'm a busy, lazy man, like I said in the last stream. But whenever, I don't know if I'll stream next, by the next Splatfest, or if I'll continue. If I don't do that, next is probably gonna be going back to new Pokemon. Oh. Never mind that. It'll probably be new Pokemon Snap. Because I would really like to finish that game. But I don't know when that'll be. But if you do need to know when I go live, exactly, you can always follow the channel and turn on notifications, or follow my Twitter where I post every time I go live. If you need to see any previous streams I've done, including the first part of this stream, we have Zeter Streams 966 Mod, the YouTube archive channel where I host every previous stream I've done, and any other links you may need are also on the channel. With that said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and have a good night. And have a good rest of the Splatfest, too.
Uh-oh, you found the toothpaste? Let's get one thing clear.